back in the gym once again. It is me, the Daily Trainer, ready to give you what you need, guaranteed to succeed each and every day for the game that you love to play. In the gym with my man Pete, my man Parker. There was a few episodes where, you saw us pretty frequently and you saw his development as he continued to get better. And now we're in season. So now we're just working on things that we can get better at inside, right? A lot of what you're going to see here in the next couple workouts is how can I get inside? What can I do? And how simple can it be, right? One dribble, two dribbles. Maybe it's a dribble and a spin. Maybe it's a dribble and a step back. Maybe it's a dribble and a fade, right? So those different things are what we're going to continue to work on each and every day for the game that you love to play. Oh, I love that saying so much. Okay, but anyway, with P, it's like he's 6'8", probably going to be 6'10". And how can we play above everybody? He has a guard mentality where he barely has to jump to shoot, and it's more of finesse, right? Not a lot of power in his game. Is he strong? Yes. Can he handle the ball? Yes. Can he shoot the ball? Yes. But does he do it with force, right? And so because he's growing into his body still and working on his strength, I think that's going to come. But I would like it to come sooner than later because he's going to face the same challenges when he goes to college. So I'm trying to more give him the mentality that he's in college right now, opposed to I'm trying to make it to college. So I'm trying to give him that work ethic, that mindset of almost it's a job, right? It's not fun anymore. And I want you guys to understand that the game is always going to be fun if you make it that. But it's going to be very time consuming as you continue to try to get better at your skills that you're weak at and the skills that you are feeling that you're very strong in. Those skills can be improved even more too, believe it or not. When you start to look at numbers and percentages and really hone in on your game and how efficient you're being, right? But again, that's more stats in the real game, not so much in your workout. But if you want to keep stats in your workout, just film it and then you can stat it after, right? That's always a good marker for you to kind of feel where you are in your game. To touch on some more things that we're doing here, again, it's similar to what you saw with his teammate Sajin, and it's being able to bump but also create enough space to where you're going to get the shot up. And something that I mentioned to him in this video, I know I don't use sound a lot while I'm talking, but it's because I'm not mic'd up. It's about not making the defender better than they really are. So a lot of times when people are guarding you, they let you kind of do what you want. If you really put it into consideration of being able to attack them. No one's reaching for the ball every single possession or every single dribble, right? So literally you're able to do and set up what you want when it comes to defense being played on you. And so I need you guys to understand that it's important to be efficient in what you're going to do. And then also understand when you're working out by yourself, a couple things that I want to critique myself on as a trainer is I let him do the move and I kind of just let him see himself make the shots, but I didn't talk to him about his ball placement and where he kept putting the ball. A lot of the times when he was spinning and he was coming back to the move, he was putting the ball right in front of him, and that's going to get stolen by anybody that's shorter and that has an aggressive mindset defensively, no matter if you bump or you make the right move or the right jump stop. So that was something that I needed to tell him. It's something I will tell him if I do see it in game. But typically he is a gamer and he does a lot of other things right instinctively without me telling him. And so this might have been just more because he was thinking about how to score it and wasn't really caring about the details of somebody being in front of him and mimicking a real game. So just something for you guys to understand. If you see it and you start copying him, don't want you to keep that ball in front of you like that. The biggest thing for me though, when you are tall, is you obviously are going to utilize your height, but I think we have to think about elevation because being taller than everyone for a long period of time gives you so much of an advantage. And if you understand how to reach the heights of your athleticism to its max peak of, like, just to be able to get off the ground enough to where you're playing above taller players, then I think that is the makings of a really good basketball player, because it's going to be like you're playing shorter players still, because you've learned how to elevate and still make the game feel the same way when you've been playing like that. And there's not enough tall people in the world to where you see tall people playing all the time. You can go find the competition, but the competition isn't in every county and every city. So sometimes I don't hold that against guys when they don't know exactly like what I'm talking about or how to elevate higher. Tim Duncan did a good job of it. Kevin Garnett did an awesome job of it. To take you back to older players, like Elton Brand wasn't an elevate over you guy. He was more of a skilled guy. But when he was a young Elton Brand, he was athletic. But I just think about those guys that can elevate, and the guys who don't really utilize it that much with a lot of athleticism, like Sims. I forget who he plays for now, but then also Jared Allen too, right, for the Cavs. He doesn't like elevate over people. Mobley is more of a finesse guy too. He tries to body you and get into you, but he's not really throwing it over you. Karl Anthony Towns is a finesse guy as well. So just, these guys are 6'11", 7-footers we're talking about, but also at 6'8", 6'9", you have to have that ability too. So, Parker can dunk and jump and he blocks shots. He's a very long player, but just something to consider. But again, off two is so key. Again, when you don't want to be very athletic or you get tired, and he seems like a guy who kind of does a lot on the floor. So, he will be a little gassed at times. And this is just more patient work, man. Patient work of skills and trying to really hone in on him being able to complete those baskets once those feet hit that key. A couple key things I want to work on with him too, that won't be that exciting for you guys on video, but I'll probably work with him off video on it, is defense, right? Defense is important. And again, using his abilities that have been given to him, you want to be able to use that length and add a little bit of strength to it. So, basketball youth, thank you guys for always coming through as you always do. Remember that skills, the details, and the fundamentals are important. But also remember this: someone's always working. Are you?